Hello friends, welcome back. So in this session we will learn a result set in JDBC. So what is result set? Result set is an object, or we can say that it is an interface that represent the data of table that is fetched by select query. Whenever we are executing any select statement, definitely that statement will return some record, and that record will be collected through a result set only. So we can say that result set is an interface that is available under java.sql package, and that can be used to collect the data from the table that is returned by a select query. Okay, and the implementation of a result set has to be provided by the driver vendor. Whoever has implementing the JDBC, they only have to provide the implementation for that one. Result set object contain the record returned by the select statement, and result set object can be created by following statement. In the last session we have seen how we can execute the statement. So to execute the statement we have a three methods. One is execute, another one is execute query, and the third one is execute update. So execute update is used to execute the queries that is insert, update or delete type, and execute query can be used to execute any type of statement. Like that statement can be select statement, or that statement can be insert type or update type or delete type. Any type of statement you can execute using this execute method. But execute query is specially designed for the select statement. If the select statement, if you have to execute any select statement, then directly you can go with execute query, because for this execute query method, the return type is a result set, directly result set, execute query. But for execute, the return type is boolean, and if the boolean value is true, then it is understood that you have executed a select statement and you can get the result set. If the return type is returning value of execute method is a false, it means any update statement like insert, delete or update statement is executed. So you can get the result set from these many execute methods. Execute, this is for simple statement object. Execute with the string value, that is used to execute the prepared statement. I think, sorry, it's a reverse one. Execute we use for prepared statement, and execute with the string value, that is designed for statement. And execute without any string or without any query, that is designed for prepared statement, because in prepared statement you are passing the statement while you are creating the object of prepared statement. But for statement you are not passing any statement. While getting the statement object, we are not passing any query, because using this statement we can execute any type of statement. So that's why while executing we have to pass the query, but while creating prepared statement we have to pass the statement, because that statement is a pre-compiled. So this execute without any query you can use to get the result set from prepared statement object, and execute with query you can use to get the result set from statement object. In the same way, execute query, this is for prepared statement, and execute query, that is from prepared statement, and execute, that is from statement. Okay, I think we have written that in reverse order. Okay, so this is the definition of result set. Result set is nothing but this is an object that represent your table data that you have fetched from the select statement, or you can say any record that is returned by a select statement, you can collect that record into a result set. Okay, so this is the definition of result set. And how many types of result set are available? So suppose if we have executed one statement like select star from coffee table. So suppose here if I open this workbench and I will execute this query, select star from JDBC demo.coffee. From the coffee table, if I am selecting some record, then how many records it is returning? Currently this table has 5 records, so it is returning 5 records. Or else if you want to get first 3 record or first 2 record, then you can use limit here, and limit starting from 0 to 2 records. So you will get now 2 records. So this is the query, but here we are getting more than 1 records. It means, or if you give me 4 or if you give 3, then okay, sorry, so that is returning the record accordingly. How many records you are fetching? That may be 1 record or that may be 0 record, no issue. Sometime what happens, we are passing some select statement, but that statement is not returning any result. Maybe some filter is there using where clause or something like that, you have passed some filter, so that condition is not satisfying. In that case, no record found, so it will not return any record. So it depends on this it depends on the select statement, how exactly the statement is written, what is the where clause in that one, what is the condition in that one. So it depends on the condition. It may return 0 record, may return 1 record, or may return more than 1 record, 2, 3, 10 record. So here it is returning 3 record, or it will return 5 record, something like that. So on the basis of records, you can say that result set can be forward, type forward only. Means if we say type forward means we can move backward, forward. But why we need to move backward and forward? Because in first position, if I say record 1 is there, so I have to get the second record, then I have to get the third record, then fourth record, fifth record. Then how it is possible? It is looking like an array. This situation seems like an array. So from the first array we have processed the element. So now we have to move to the second position. So from the second position we have processed the element. So then we have to move to the third one. So like that we we have to process all the elements from that array. In the same way, result set also may have more than 1 elements, or more than 1 records. So all the records we have to process. Then how it is possible? So that we have to traverse or we have to iterate the result set, whether it has a next record, whether it has a next record. So all the records we can process like that. So on basis of this type of statement, you can say that your result set can be of a type forward only. Means from the first position you are starting to process the element or record, and you will go till the last. So this is called type forward only. Type forward means this is the default type of result set. If you are not specifying any type, what type of result set you want, then default type will be type forward only. And what type forward only? Only says pointer can be moved. Pointer can be moved to forward direction only. So what is pointer here? Pointer is nothing but like an index only, or nothing like the pointer is nothing like a position. At which position you are processing the record. Suppose I am processing the first record, so pointer is pointing the first record. If I say go to the next pointer, then I will move pointer one forward, or one backward, some previous, next, something like that. Forward means next. I will move a pointer to next position by 1, or I can move the pointer to one previous one by one previous to the record. So it depends on the operation. So if your result set is type forward only, then you can move that pointer into the forward direction only. You cannot move in backward direction, so that is called type forward only. And pointer can be moved to forward direction only, and pointer can be moved only once. Only once mean if your result set is at a first position, then you can move to the next, third, fourth, fifth, and so on it will go. But suppose if you have processed the second record, but now you want to process the first record, so that is not possible using type forward. Only one time you can traverse, or one time you can move. And pointer can be moved in sequential order only. Sequential order means you cannot move like that. I have at first position, and directly I want to access the third position, third pointer. That is also not possible here. In type forward, that also you cannot do. You cannot choose random number, or you cannot go to any random position. So you have to go through sequential order only. So pointer forward, type forward only can be moved in sequential order, and by default result set is a type forward only. So what type forward says, pointer can be moved to forward direction only, and pointer can be moved only once, and pointer can be moved in sequential order always, and by default result type is type forward only. So first we will see type forward result set. What is the result set? Result set is nothing but the data that is it represent your data that you have fetched from the database by select query. Okay, so first we will see type forward only type result set. So if we so here we have created one file, that is a result set demo. Here what we did, we have taken the connection, and from that connection we have created a prepared statement. So what is this prepared statement? If I open this prepared statement, you will see this prepared statement is nothing but select star from coffee, this name only. I am not giving limit also here, not giving. So if I am not giving limit, then by default it will return, all the records. So here if your database has 2000, 3000 record, then it will not return 2000 or 3000 record. 100 records it will return by default. If you are not giving this limit, then by default some number is there, like that maybe 100 or 1000, by default some limit is there. So that's why you no need to give. Currently our table has a 5 records only, so we can execute this statement and we are getting 5 records here. This is a 5 records. Okay, that's the same statement we are executing, select star from coffees only, same only. Okay, so it will return 5 records. So that 5 records we will get here. So this is our statement. We have created one prepared statement. From that statement we are executing that one, execute query, and that is returning a result set. Now this result set is a default type. Default type is what? Type forward only, type forward, and read only, If you see the others type also, so here result set has a concurrency also. Concurrency means result set can be read only type, or result set can be updatable type. Updatable type means if you update any record, or any record of the column or any value, then that value directly will be updated into the table. So that is updatable result set. And if it is a read only, then you can just concurrently you can read that that result set, that you cannot update. So by default your result set is concurrent read only and concurrent and type forward only. So here we got this result set. So this result set by default is a type of type forward only and concurrent read only. So what we are doing, we are printing this one. And if you go to this print method of a result set UTL, what we are doing here, first we are checking with the condition whether this is a null or not. So if it is null, then we are not processing anything, because if it will give null pointer exception. So here first what we are doing, we are getting the metadata. We are getting the metadata. Metadata means from the result set you can get what is the table name, how many columns are there, so all that information you can get. So what we are getting here, we are getting first we are getting the table name here, and we are getting how many how many columns are there. See, get columns count, how many columns are there, what is the column name, get column name by this at this index, what is the column name. So all the column names we are getting, and here we are processing the result set. How processing means how result set dot next. Next means it will move, it will move the pointer to next position by 1. What result set dot next method will do, it will move the pointer to the next record by 1. If I will use result set dot previous, then the pointer of result set will be moved backward by 1 position. But currently we cannot do that one. Why? Because to do result set dot previous, the result set should be type of scrollable, but that is not scrollable, that is a type forward only. Type forward means you can go to the forward position always. So that's why we are just going to the next we are calling next means move forward by one position, and this method is returning either true or false. True or false means, suppose when first time the result set is created, then the pointer is pointing before to the first position. Whatever is the first position, before to that first position your pointer is pointing. So whenever the next record found, it is returning true. If there is no next record, it will return false. So it condition will not satisfy. So result set dot next, yes, true. If we get true, it means record is there. So we are processing that record. How we are processing? From that result set, what we are doing, we are getting the object. Object means any value by passing column key. Using this column key, we are getting the value, and that value we are appending into this string builder, and we are printing in the last. So if I run this code, you will see the example. You will see the output. Okay, so what you got here, yes, so if you see here, so this is the 5 records that we are getting, and that 5 record only that we have checked here. This is the 5 records. So currently this is a type forward only, type forward and read only. So how you can test that one, whether that is a type forward and read only. Suppose here so this is the this print method is printing the result set, that is a type forward only. But one more method is there, another method is there, that is print type scrollable. So this is a scrollable sensitive. So now our result set is not scrollable. So what the scrollable is doing actually? First, what is this doing? Scrollable is directly pointing to the last one. After last means whatever the last element is there into that result set, move one next to that one, next to last element, so that we can process that in a reverse order. But we cannot do that one. Why we cannot do? Because our result set is the type forward only, so it will give the error here. I am commenting this one and I am just running, so it will give error. You cannot do that one here. Yes, now you are getting the error. Operation not allowed. What is that exception? Operation not allowed for result set of type. What? result set dot type forward only. Our result set is a type forward only. So if the result is type forward only, then you cannot traverse that result set in a reverse order. You cannot traverse, or you cannot iterate that result set into reverse order, because what is the reverse order means? You can go to any position, you can whatever your choice, you want to traverse this result set in the forward direction, you can do. You want to traverse this result set into backward, into backward, then you can do that one. That is up to your choice. So whatever the order you want, in that order you can traverse this one. You want to traverse into the into the forward direction, or you want to traverse into the backward direction, whatever you want you can do. But currently our result set is a type forward only, so you cannot do that one. Definitely you cannot do that one. So how you can change this one to type scrollable or something like that? So that you can do very easy. Yeah, that we can do very easily while creating this prepared statement. While creating this statement, we have to tell here only. We have to tell here only. After this one, we have to tell the numbers in integer number, like this one. You can say 5 and 6. So it is fine. But 5 and 6 is not the number, because if we see the types, actually how many types are there? 3 types are there: type forward, type scrollable sensitive, and type scroll sensitive. So they how can you identify whether our result set is a type forward, or our result set is a type scrollable, or our result set is a type scroll sensitive? So that you can get one integer number. Using that integer number only, you can identify whether that is a type scrollable, or whether that is a type sensitive or type forward only. So first you can check. Sometime what happen, this is depending on database. Not all databases and JDBC driver support all result set type. It is not compulsory that all databases and all JDBC driver will support this type of result set. But this is the types. These are the types of result set. But it depends on the implementation, how the database vendor has implemented. If they have given that implementation, then it can support. So how can you identify whether your database is supporting these scrollable sensitive, type scroll sensitive, or type scroll insensitive, or type forward only? So what type of result set your database is supporting? How can you check that one? So that you can check using metadata. So here if you see, we are printing into metadata. So here if you see here, then in the metadata we are getting some details here. This detail is about result set type supported by database. So what type of database it is supporting? Suppose, so inside database metadata, from the connection we can get metadata. Get metadata is returning database metadata, and that from this database metadata we can check whether our database is supporting a particular type of result set or not. So here what we are doing, we are checking database metadata dot support result set type. What type? Result set dot type forward only. So what is the value of result set type of forward? 1003. 1003 is a number that is pointing that your result set is a type of type forward only. In the same way, type scroll sensitive, type scroll insensitive, that is an integer number is assigned 1004, and type scroll sensitive, for type scroll sensitive integer number is assigned 1005. So in this way you can check. So whatever the databases you are using, whether that database is supporting a particular type of result set, you can check from here. So here we are checking, and here you can check whether your database is concurrency, what type of concurrency your database is supporting, that also you can check. Support result set currency, because the result set currency is a two types only here. Result set concurrency read only means you can read the result set only, and if you want to update result set, so if your database is supporting that one or not, so you can check that also. Concurrent read only means you can just read your result set, you cannot update the value of your result set. The result set object cannot be updated using result set interface, but concurrent updatable result set object can be updated using result set, and that updated value will be reflected into your database. That is the meaning of updatable only. Updatable is not like that only the result set value you are updating, and that update will available for that result set only. That doesn't have any meaning. Result set updatable means that whenever you are updating the value of a result set, that value will be reflected into your database also. So that is the meaning of updatable. And read only means you cannot update the result set. You cannot update result set, you can just read. So what type of result set concurrency your database is supporting, so that also you can get using this method. Database metadata dot support result set concurrency. What type of concurrency result set your result set is supporting? Type forward support result set concurrency, read only and concurrence, and another one is concurrent updatable. Okay, so here see, concurrent readable, read only, and concurrent updatable. Yes, concurrent updatable, both you have to get at once. Whether your type forward, that is the types. Type forward, that is a type forward only, that is a type scrollable insensitive, or type scrollable sensitive, that can be any type. But along with that one, your result set can also be whether that is a read only or whether that is an updatable. So you can check that also. So what our database is currently supporting, so that one also we can get from here. So if I run this one, you will see this detail. Yes, so our database type forward only, our database, because this is a default type, so that's why it is supporting our database is supporting this one. Next one is a type scroll insensitive, it is supported by our database. And type scroll sensitive, it is not supported by our database. So what is the difference between type scroll insensitive and type scroll sensitive? So here type forward only means your pointer can be moved to forward direction only, and pointer can be moved only once, and pointer can be moved in sequential order only, and type forward is the default type of result set. Okay, and what is the meaning of type scrolls insensitive? Type scroll insensitive means pointer can be moved to forward and backward direction, any of the direction, forward or backward, your pointer can move. And pointer can be moved multiple time means one time you traverse in forward in the forward direction, next time you want to traverse the result set into backward direction, you can do that one also, whatever, and multiple times also you can traverse multiple times. And pointer can be moved in random number also, means any random number, like I want to get the record of third pointer or third index, you can get that one also. You can get any pointer, any random number pointer also you can get using scroll insensitive. And pointer can be moved to an absolute absolute position. Absolute position means currently you are at a third position, directly you want to go to the first position, you can go to that first position, and from the first position again you can continuously traversing your result set. You can do like that also, means you can go forward, backward, multiple times. You can do randomly, you can go to any position, or you can go to the absolute position also. So and and one more thing, this is very important, that is making the difference between others are same only. Type scroll insensitive and type scroll sensitive, all points are same except the last one. So type scroll insensitive says that the result set is insensitive to change made to the underlying data source while it is open. Suppose you have taken your result set from the database, later on some other thread came and that thread changed the data from the database. So what happened in that case? If your type scroll if your result set is a type scroll insensitive, then your database changes will not be reflected into a result set. This is the meaning of type scroll insensitive. Insensitive means the result set is insensitive to change made to the underlying data source while it is open. It means that if some thread modify the data in a database which result set currently hold, won't impact or change the already opened result set's data. Suppose you have executed one select statement from some table, and after executing that statement you got one result set, but after getting the result set some other thread came and that thread changed the data of the table. Some other thread changed the data of that table. In that case the data will not be reflected into your result set. This is the meaning of type scroll insensitive. But in the case of type scroll sensitive, this is the reverse. What it will do, whenever the data is changed in database by some other thread, immediately the data will be reflected into result set also. So that is the meaning of type scroll sensitive. Your result set will sense when the data is changing, and it is not like that your data is supported. Some database is supported that feature, some database is not supporting that feature. So that only we are getting here, whether type forward only your database is supporting. Yeah, our MySQL database is supporting this one. Type scroll insensitive, yeah, type scroll insensitive also our database is supporting, but type scroll sensitive our database not supporting that one. Which one is not supported? This last one, type scroll sensitive, is not supported in our database. And what type scroll sensitive say? It means that if some thread modify the data in a database which result set currently holds, will impact the already opened result set data. Means whenever the data is changed into database by some other thread, immediately that changes will be reflected into our result set. So this is the meaning of type scroll sensitive. And type scroll sensitive can also be moved to backward or forward direction, and that can also be moved multiple times. And pointer can be moved into random number also, and pointer can be moved into an absolute position also. That is, all the points are same for type scroll insensitive and type scroll sensitive, except the last one. Last one means it is insensitive, it is not sensing. Your result set is not sensing whether the data is changed in database, but type scroll sensitive will sense whether the data is changed. If the data is changed, then immediately that data will be reflected into database, into your result set. So this is the meaning of type scroll sensitive and type scroll insensitive. And type forward only will, that is it is not even sense, and it is not even even you cannot move in backward direction also. You can move to forward direction only, and you can move forward direction only once, and you cannot go to random number also. You have to go in sequential order only, and this is the default type of that one. So what we are checking here, we are checking whether our database is supported this feature or not. So our database is supported type forward only result set. Yes, that our data is supporting. Type scroll insensitive, that also our data is supporting, but type scroll sensitive, that is not supported by our database. And this is the number of that respective. How you can means check whether that is which number is pointing to which type of database, type of result set. So here if you see what type of concurrency our database is supported, suppose type forward plus concurrent read, yeah, definitely that will supported that, because our database is supporting see concurrent. If you see here this is holdability. Okay, so concurrency read, so type forward our database is supported, and concurrent read only, that is also our database supported. So you can support this one. Type scroll sensitive and concurrent read only, but sensitive, because our database is not sensitive. No, our database result set type scroll sensitive is false, so that's why it is not supporting that feature. Read only, with read only also you cannot sense, because our result set is read only. If it is read only, then that doesn't meaning whether that is sensitive or that is something. You cannot do that anything, because that is read only. So and type scroll insensitive and concurrent read only, yeah, that is supported. Insensitive, but it is a concurrent read only. Type forward only plus concurrent updatable, yes, that is also supported. Type forward only, but you can update. Type scroll sensitive plus concurrent update, sensitive, that is not supported by our database, so that's why it is a false. And type scroll insensitive and concurrent updatable, that is supported by database. And this is the holdability. What is the meaning of holdability? So another one is holdability. The third one is, so this is the types, three type of result set, and this is the concurrency of result set. Our result set can be read only, or our result set can be updatable only. If it is a read only, then you can just read the data whatever is available under the result set. But if it is updatable, then you can update the result set also, and the updated record will be reflected into database directly. So this is the meaning of concurrent update. And it is not like that all the drivers and database support this concurrency. Some of them is not supported updatable, only the read only. So this is it depends on the implementation, or it depends on your database. And what is cursor holdability now? Cursor holdability is nothing but, suppose whenever we are finishing the transaction by rollback or by doing commit something, and after committing your transaction, whether your cursor is holding your or still, or it is it lose that holdability. So calling the method connection.commit can close the result set object, or still that result set will be open. So that have been created during the current transaction. In some cases, however, this may not be desired behavior. The result set properly holdability gives application control over whenever result set object cursor are closed when commit is called. So what happens actually, whenever you are finishing the transaction, then you should close that result set also, because if you open the result set and you have committed the transaction and again you made some changes, then that changes also will be reflected to database. So this is the called cursor holdability. So two types of cursor holdability: hold cursor over commit. What it means, your result set will hold cursor after committing the transaction. Cursor are not closed. In this case, hold cursor over commit. So in this case, result cursor are not closed. They are holdable. They are held open when the method commit is called. Holdable cursor might be ideal if your application use mostly read only result set, because by default it is read only. In that case, when it is ideal, it's no use. If close cursor at commit means result set object are closed when commit method is called. Closing cursor when the method is called result set is a better performance for the some application. Yeah, that is only the recommended. So which one is our database is supporting, that also we can get here. So hold cursor over commit, that our database is supporting. Close cursor at commit, it is not supported by our database, it's not supporting. So you have to close explicitly. So this is the types of cursor, and this is the concurrency of the cursor, and this is the holdability of the cursor. So now we will come to that point again. We have seen first type only, no, type forward only. Type forward only, what does it say? If you see that sorry, yeah, so if you see this one, so this is type forward only, type forward on result set only. So I remove this one. Now we will see this one later. So type forward means our result set is a type forward and read only. Our result set is a type of type forward and read only. So here what we are doing in this print method, we are just traversing the result set in a forward direction. So that is fine, it is working. But in this method, what we are doing, we are traversing the result set in the backward direction. That is not possible because our result set is not scrollable. So it will give the error, exception it will give. What exception? Operation not allowed for the result set of type forward only. Okay, so to get the result set of a type forward, what we need to do, we have to tell while creating the query in this way. Sorry, in this way. Now our result set is a type of type scroll insensitive, but it's a readable. See what we are telling here, while creating the statement, we are telling our result set should be type of type scroll insensitive. Our result set should be type of type scroll insensitive, and it should be read only. You cannot update, you can read. In this case it will be traversing in reverse order. If I run this one, you will see it's a traversing in reverse order now. Yes, before if you see it was coming in this order. This Colombian 1001, it was coming at a first position. Now it is coming at the last position because we are traversing in the reverse order. Here we are traversing. If you see which one is the first record, Colombian is the first record. If you see here also, if I execute this query here, Colombian is the first record and the last record is the French roster desk of something. So this is last record I am getting at a first only because I am traversing this result set in a reverse order, because we want to check whether that our result set is now type scrollable or not. So now this is a type scrollable type. Okay. Okay, so our result set is now type scrollable, but this is a concurrent read. But what we are checking, can we do this, can we test for this concurrent updatable also? So what we are doing here in this next method, result dot print type updatable, inside this print updatable, what we are doing here, we are traversing that in a reverse order also, plus what we are doing, we are updating a sales value. Currently if you see inside this sales 0000s are there. I want to update that one. I am not executing any update statement here. What I am doing here, I am trying to update the value of this column. If the column is sales, then I am getting that value, and that sale value I am incrementing by 5. whatever the values are there, in that one I am adding plus 5 and I am updating that one. I am updating the particular column, and that column I am updating here. So currently it will give the error because our result set is a type of concurrent read only, we cannot update. So if I run this one, you will see. Okay, yeah, this one we have already seen because this is scrollable. Now our result set is a scrollable here, so it is a scrolling in the reverse order. Yes, it is scrolling, but our result set is not type of updatable. So if it is not updatable, then it will give the exception. What exception it will give? See, the result set must come from the statement that was created. Result set from the result concurrent updatable. Result set is not concurrent updatable, so that's why it is giving the exception. So how we should get the result concurrent updatable? Instead of read only, we can just give concurrent updatable. That's it. That's it. So just I am commenting this one because I have written that one downside. That's it. So this is concurrent updatable. So now our result set will be concurrent updatable. We have to change here. We have to tell while creating the prepared statement, while creating the statement. It's not like that we can do this for prepared statement. For any statement, prepared statement, callable statement, or statement. For all the ways are same only. How can you get the result set of a particular type? So here we are telling our result set should be type of concurrent updatable. So now what it will do? It will update the value. Which value? It will update here 5 all. So if I run this one, you will see it will print here. Yes, it's printing here. Here it is not updating because I am printing after that one. I am printing after. Just I am updating. So that updated value will come here. If I refresh this one, you will see. See, it is coming. It's coming. Plus 5. For sale, it is incremented by 5. Now if I run this one next one more times, again it will be incremented by 5. Now it will become 10. Yes. So if I run this one, you will see what happened. Yeah, it is coming because sometimes it is updating. Okay, again next time if I do, it will become 15. So it will be goes like that only because our result set is a type of concurrent updatable now. So if it is a concurrent updatable, then definitely it will come in this way. See, 15. So this is the meaning of result set concurrent update. Tie forward, scrolls insensitive, scroll sensitive, and concurrent read and concurrent updatable. So concurrent scroll sensitive we cannot check because our database is not types scroll sensitive. If you find some data that is type of scroll sensitive, then in that case you can check. You have to put that some debug point and then you change the database value, then you check. You can do like that. That is fine. Okay. So this is the result set type forward, type scroll sensitive, type scroll insensitive, and concurrent read only, concurrent updatable, and cursor holdability. That is database on. Whenever you are in the next session, we will see. After that, not in next, after 1 or 2 session, we will see a transaction. What is the transaction? How we should handle the transaction? So because this comment transaction commit and rollback, and that will come in that one only. So there we will try to see this one. This is just cursor holdability. Whenever the transaction is ended, your cursor should be closed. Your cursor should be closed, or your result set should be closed. You should not keep it open. That is the meaning of this holdability here. Okay. And not all the data that is supported. Some of data are supported, some of databases are not supported. Okay. Okay, this is the example of that one. Okay, retrieving column value from row. How we can retrieve the column value? Suppose. Okay, so now suppose if you go to this print single coffee record, what we are doing here, single record we are printing here. If I run this one, we will get one single record. Which record? Only the first record, only the first record. So for what is the value of first record? Colombian, coffee name is Colombian, soup ID 1001, price, sale, total. So so this is the first record only. If you see, this is the first record only. So how we can get the individual value? We can get the individual value in this way. Result set, result set dot get string. Get string, you have to give column name, or sometimes you can give column index also, 0 1 2 3 4. That is also fine, that is also fine. Here if you see, result set dot get string, if you see here, string that is available with integer number, and that is available with string and integer. So string means you can give the column index 0 1 2 3, whatever the index, or you can give the column name. So what we are giving here, we are giving column name, coffee name, value. What is the first record? For first record, whatever we are giving, we are going to absolute position, whatever the index we are telling here. Here which index we are giving? 1. If we give here 2, then it will print the second record. Yeah, it is a second record now, Colombian def something. Yes, this is second record. So if it is a second record, then it will go to the second directly. We are going to the absolute index of whatever we are passing to. From there we are getting the column value, get string, because we know the column name is a string type. So that's directly we are giving get string, get int, soup ID, get print. So whatever the type, if it is a type of double, then we can use get double or get string, or if you don't know, get double, get date, get date, get double, get long is there, yes, get byte is there, get short is there, all are there, get short are there, get date is there. So all are there. If you don't know what exactly type, then get object, it will come all, what type of it is, it will come, but you have to give the column index or column name, any of them you have to give. So in this way we can get the value from result set. Can get the retrieving column value from a result set in the same way, okay. So that is fine. Yeah, so in this way we are getting, and we are adding these value into one string builder, and we are printing that one. That's it. So if I run this one once more, you will see, yes, you can get in this way. Okay, so this is the way how we can retrieve the column value from row of result set. And next one is a cursor. What is cursor? Cursor is nothing but, we have already seen, cursor is nothing but it is like an index that is pointing the position where you are, from where you are getting the record. So cursor can have a next, previous, past, last, before, after last, relevant, absolute. So like that the methods are there. So we are using some of the methods here. That is nothing but that the cursor only. A cursor is nothing but, as mentioned previously, you can access the data in a result set object through a cursor, which is points to the row of the result set object. However, when a result set object is first created, the cursor is positioned before to the first row. Others that method cursor have following methods. This can have a next, we have seen this one also, you can see here, absolute, yes, we are using absolute. Here we are using result set dot previous, we are moving the cursor to the previous position. Here we are using next, I think, previous, and here we are using next. It means we are changing the position of cursor from one position to another position. Next mean we are cursor we are moving to the next position. Previous means cursor we are moving to the previous position. So in this way we can access the the column value for the from the result set. Okay, and the cursor we can use to move the position, the position that we can move to the move to next position or previous position or to the absolute position, or for first position, last position, or before to first position or last position, whatever we want to use we can use using this cursor. And the cursor is nothing but it is the position of your result set that is pointing which record you are currently processing. So that is called cursor. This can have a next, cursor dot next, previous, first, last, before first, after last, relevant or absolute. So these methods are available for that one. Okay, so here the default sensitivity of a cursor is a type forward only. Yeah, that we have seen, because the default type of cursor is a type forward only, which means it cannot be scrolled, or you cannot call any of these methods. You can just call the next only next method only. Okay, so this is fine. In this way we can move forward, backward, that is we have seen. Okay, yeah, that we can change that also using these statements here. If you see, we can tell here what type of result set we want scroll insensitive or concurrent read, whatever the type. If it is a type scrollable, sensitive or insensitive, in that case only you can use this cursor completely. You can move this cursor forward or backward if it is a sensitive. If it is a read only, then you can if it is a forward only, then you cannot do that one. Okay, and the next one is inserting a new record in result set. That also you can do. Suppose currently we have only these 5 records here, but without using any insert statement, can we add a new record into this result set, and that result set will be reflected? Yes, if our result set is a type of concurrent and updatable. If our result set is an updatable, yeah, our result set is an updatable type. So if our result is an updatable type, then definitely we can add the new records. How we can add the new record? We can add the new record using move to insert row. First, what we have to do, we have to move the cursor to the next to the inserting row where it will be, the row will be inserted after the last one. So move to insert row will move the cursor to the last row, after the last row where you can insert the new record. So first what you have to do, you have to move your cursor to the last one where you have to insert the new row. So move to insert row. After that one, what you have to do, you have to use update method. Update method for what? Update string means which string for this column. What is this column name? This is the column name. This is the value of that column name and value of the column. Update int, this is the column name and this is the value. Update float, this is the value. So this is the column name, this is the value. Update int. So update dot x and type one method is there. If it is an update string, you can use update string. If you want to update the value for the column that is type of integer, then you can use update int. Or if it is a float, update long, or update byte, update short, update float, update double, update boolean, update date, any type of methods, whatever the type of column you want to update or you want to set the value, you can do that one. Like update, yes, update short, update date, update long, update double, update byte, update object. If you don't know, then directly go with update object, and you just have to tell the column name and what should be the value. So this first should be the column name, the next should be the next should be the value. This is the column name, that should be the value. If it is update int, that then it will be type of int. If it is a float, then it should be the type of float. If it is an int, then it should be int. If it is a string, update string, then it should be the string. And this is always string, because this is the column name. Name is represented as a column string only. And after updating all the values, you have to call one method, that is insert row. And whenever you call this insert row, directly the data will be reflected into your database. New row will be inserted, and that is only possible if your result set is a type of concurrent update. If it is not updatable, your result set is not updatable, you cannot add new row at all, or you cannot update any value. So this is the meaning of updating the value, adding new row. So new row is added. So we are not printing any message here, but row is added. And if you go to this one and if you refresh, you will see, yes, it's came, Indian coffee, it's came. And the next time if you want to update and one more records, that also you can do. This time what we will do, we will print here message, row is added, something like that. So that's we will see, we will get this confirmation, new row is added, that's it, new row is added, or you can give it like that, that's it, fine, new row is added, and that's it. But coffee name too, I have to give something, because coffee name, that is I think not that should be unique, that's why. Okay, if I run this one, it will add one more record, I think. Yes, new row is added, and if you refresh this one, you will see, yes, it came. So here these two records added here. So now this is the use of a result set, inserting a row in result set object. How can you do sorry, not all the JDBC drivers support the row result set interface, inserting new row, because sometimes not all the JDBC drivers support inserting new row with the result set interface. If you attempt to insert a new row and JDBC driver database does not support this feature, then it will give SQL feature not supported exception. And one more thing, your result set should be type of updatable. If it is a type of updatable, then only it will be inserted and that depends on your database, and that depends on your driver implementation, whether your driver is supporting or whether your database is supporting that feature. In that case, you can do these operations, and you can get the details how you can how can you means you can get the detail whether your database is a type of your database is supporting a particular type of result set or not. You can get like that, type forward, if it is a type forward only or not. So that details also you can get using database metadata, using this database metadata. So using this database metadata, you can type whether your result set is supporting a particular type of result set. You can get here supports, using support result set type, using this method, or support result set concurrency. Using this one, you can get the concurrency, whether the particular concurrency type of result set your database or your driver is supporting or not. Or you can get the details also, like what type of holdability your database or your driver is supporting, that also you can get. So this is about the result set, in the result sets. Okay, and in next session we will see a row set. Result set and row set, that is similar only, but row set is available under java.x.sql package, but this result set is available under java.sql only. So this is about the result set and type of result set we have seen thoroughly. So I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel and we will see you in the next session. Till that, bye bye and thanks for watching.